Welcome back to my channel. I'm Krista Shirley, and today I'm very excited. We're going to make some fat bombs. If you like chocolate, and frankly, who doesn't, then you'll really love these. I do a very high fat diet, very low carbs. I eat tons of vegetables. I eat protein. I've upped my fats. It's helped tremendously with my cognitive function, with brain fog, with sleep, with, well, everything. It's akin to the keto diet, but it's not to the T, I should say. So if you are interested in learning more about diet and nutrition, definitely send me a message. It's something I'm really passionate about. And these are little fat bombs that I really enjoy because I don't eat sugar anymore unless it's natural sugar and berries. And when I do have that craving for something sweet, this really satisfies me. So fat bombs, if you were to Google them right now on internet, you would come up with all kinds of things. But these types of fat bombs, really fat bombs in general, are a high amount of fat and a small amount of calories or a small amount of food. So if you are high keto, then you'll love this because it can be, let's say that you only got 50 grams of fat in this meal and you're supposed to get 70. The fat bombs I'm going to show you right now are 10 grams of fat a pop and 100 calories. Very low carbohydrates and a couple grams of protein. So they really help to increase your fats when you're needing more fats in your macros per day. So in order to make my fat bombs, I like to take 2 pieces of Baker's unsweetened 100% cacao chocolate. They have to be unsweetened if we're doing fat bombs for the purpose of not getting sugar. Okay, of course we have to melt these down, and you can melt it down by itself, but I'm actually going to add all the ingredients and then just melt it down together and then just put it in the pan. Next, I like to add a little bit of cinnamon. This is completely up to you. I think cinnamon makes everything better, so I add cinnamon to everything. Now, a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. If you are on a keto diet or a high fat diet, then you actually are not getting enough minerals or enough salt. So you want to add salt to things. Now, then we're going to take premium 100% cacao powder. So yes, you have your baking chocolate, 100% unsweetened cacao baking chocolate. And then you're going to take 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cacao powder. After that, we're going to do 1 teaspoon of sugar-free vanilla syrup. I have made this with just vanilla extract. It tastes a bit more tart, but it works. So if you can't find this, which you should be able to find this in the grocery store, then you can use just vanilla. Now, my beloved coconut oil. So we're going to do 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. And I'm not super exact when I use measuring spoons, but they could be heaping tablespoons. On average, when you get done with this, you're gonna have 12 fat bombs, and they will be about 10 grams of fat each and about 100 calories each, about 3 grams of protein, and I believe 3 carbs for your macros. So, and it really does get rid of that sweet tooth for you. So we got 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. I just dropped my chocolate, guys. Made a big mess. We'll fix that later. Okay, now we're gonna do 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. I'm not even gonna bother cleaning this up because my coconut and my peanut butter are best friends anyway. So I'm gonna take 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. And you could certainly use 1/4 of a cup or whatever works for you. And you can measure it out so much more precisely should that be your cup of tea. And 1 more tablespoon of peanut butter. And last but not least, we're going to add, I use 3 packs of stevia. You might use 1, you might use 2. Just adds a little bit of sweetness to it. All right, so I'm gonna mix up these ingredients a little bit. Clearly the chocolate has to melt. I'm just kind of mixing it around a little bit. And then we're gonna take it over to the stove in a second and start to heat all this good stuff up. All right, so now we're gonna heat up our chocolate. And like I said, I've done this many different ways before where I just had the chocolate heat up, but I kind of like doing it this way. You can just throw all your ingredients in one, let the chocolate heat up. In the meantime, the coconut oil gets all soft and oily, and the peanut butter, just it all mixes so nicely together so that actually once you're done with this, you can literally just transfer it into these teeny tiny cupcake pans that I have. My sister had given it to me. Like regular cupcake size pans, I'm sure will work for this, but my sister actually gave me the most perfect piece of equipment for my fat bombs. And I'm certain that you could find them on the Amazon too. Do you have Amazon Prime? Because you should. God, pull it. It's dangerous, isn't it? You're just letting this chocolate melt up. See how all that oil and that peanut butter and that vanilla and the cacao powder, it's all melting along with this delicious chocolate. These really are like little parties in your mouth. They're so good. And they're totally sugar-free. To me, now that I've been away from sugar for over 2 months, taste like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, but even better. And I'm using really clean ingredients. If you have been feeling pretty crappy, if you are constantly inflamed, if you've been holding on to extra weight, there's a billion reasons. I actually initially looked into the keto diet because one of my sisters has epileptic seizures, and the keto diet is really good for any neurological conditions, including epilepsy. So I looked into it for her, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I'll give that a try. Because I'm one of those people that constantly had to eat every few hours. My blood sugar would drop like crazy. I would get really, truly hangry. And literally the day after Thanksgiving, I made a vow to myself to cut out all sugars, to cut out all processed carbs, and to really increase my fat intake. I've always been sort of a low-fat consumer, and truthfully, I used to be pretty afraid of fat. And so it's been a real mind challenge for me as well as anything else. The first 3 days of getting rid of sugar and processed carbs and adding a lot more fat were difficult. Not impossible. They were a little challenging. I didn't feel so great. But after that 3rd day, it's really been pretty smooth sailing since then. You see how quick this melts? So our chocolate is almost done here. And then we'll literally be able to transfer it into our little cupcake sheets and stick it in the freezer. And what I do when I am done with these and I put them in the sheets, I stick them in the freezer for a couple hours. I'll leave here soon to go run some errands and have a meeting. And when I get home tonight, I'll probably take them out. I'll pop them out of the cupcake pan, throw them into a container. And I do leave them in the freezer because coconut oil does melt. Chocolate does melt. So these are things that I leave in the freezer. And whenever I want one, I just take them out of the freezer and I enjoy them. All right. So now we're going to transfer this over here. And this is my little sheet. Thank you, Kimberly. My sister gave this to me from her kitchen. Like I said, if you don't have this right now at home, there's so many things that you can come up with. But really and truly, if you want to get one this size, just makes it so easy. And then it's as simple as literally putting them in here. I'm not the cleanest, but the tip is, when you're done, you can clean up your mess with your finger if you want to. So you can see how quick and easy it is to make these amazing fat bombs. They're ready to be put in the freezer right now. They just look and smell amazing. And after a couple hours, they'll be ready to, actually not even a couple hours, maybe 15, 20 minutes, you could actually even enjoy them. This is really simple and easy. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please be sure to click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell so you stay up to date with notifications when I post new videos. And do look in the description box below, sign up for our newsletter so you can stay up to date with all the content, different things that I'm doing, different places I'll be teaching around the world. Thank you so very much. And let me know too, have you tried fat bombs? And if so, what's your favorite kind of fat bomb? Have a great day.